Hey guys, what is up? So again, we're gonna go over my previous month's game pickups. Now, in June, I ended up getting a little bit of everything, again. But as you know, I usually try to get stuff that will either maintain its value or go up in value when I buy games, so I don't ever get like brand new releases like Scarlet Nexus. As much as I would love to get it and play it right now, I'm probably gonna wait until it gets down to the $20 mark. But with that, let's just get started. So for PlayStation Vita, I got Chaos Head Duel, the limited edition. Now I already have Chaos Child and the Chaos Child Love Choo Choo limited edition, so I thought this would go great with those. And this is something someone pointed out to me and recommended, so I thought, you know what, looks interesting. Comes with a Blu-ray disc, the game, and a really nice art book. I think the art is just gorgeous in this, and it's presented really well in this book. Now, I did get the two new East Asia Soft releases, of course. Luckslinger, we already opened this and went over that. And then Horizon Chase Turbo. I am looking forward to playing this one because I love arcade racers like this, and I heard that it plays really well on the Vita. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But let's go over the rest of my Japanese releases really quickly. These are all pre-owned used games. So I've got Virtue's Last Reward, the Japanese version. Of course, I have the English version. But I got this dirt cheap, and I can add this to my Vita database. So I've expanded my spreadsheet since the last time you guys have seen it to include some new fields. Aside from the name, region, title ID, which edition it's from, PlayStation TV compatibility, and alternate titles, I'm also going to include whether it has updates available, what size and version the update is, if it's a region exclusive, and I'm going to start documenting which games use internal save storage. A lot of people don't realize that initially Vita games included internal storage space. So you didn't actually need to buy a memory card if you owned the physical versions. But eventually that was scrapped to save costs, and the 2000 model came with 1 GB of internal storage to make up for that. The coolest thing about the internal storage though is that even game updates could be saved to the card. So you could ensure that your unsealed and played games were always complete on card. Next we have Sora Yume. This is a visual novel. M3, Mission Memento Mori, another visual novel. I like how they animate the characters' mouths to the voices in this one. Magic Kyun Renaissance. Phantasy Star Online 2, Episode 2. Unfortunately, the Vita servers are shut down for this now. I already have PSO2 on the Vita, but they made several physical versions of this game as new updates were released. So for historical purposes, I'm picking up each of the revisions of this game, and they're really cheap now since you can't actually play them. Himehibi Semester, Princess Days, another visual novel. New Princess Days. Ukiyo no Roushi. I'm gonna totally butcher these names. This is a third-person samurai hack and slash game from Spike Chunsoft. This one actually looks pretty fun. I'm looking forward to going through this some more. Kamisama to Koigokoro. Storm Lover. I had to switch off my Japanese tongue there. Hyakka Yakou, an Otome visual novel. Neo Atlas 1469, which is an exploration game where you have to chart the land and waters of 1469. You can actually get this one in English on the Nintendo Switch too. And finally, for Vita games, we have another visual novel. This one also has internal save storage. And then I picked up a mint PlayStation Vita. I swear when they got this, they must have immediately put the protective film on it and then put it in the case, because this thing is so clean. I got this, and it came with a bunch of accessories and an 8 GB memory card for a really good price. But what actually made this an incredible value, I did not know I was going to get this, but it came with the Hori Vita Remote Play Assist attachment. Now this is something I've never actually had, and it wasn't until recently that I started wanting one of these, because I got my PlayStation 4 set up with a hardwire to the Ethernet so that I can finally do remote play. Unfortunately, these things have gotten really expensive. Originally, this was a fairly reasonably priced accessory, and I'm thinking the seller, when they sold this to me, they were thinking, yeah, I didn't pay much for this. It's probably not worth that much. The price has skyrocketed on these. I think a lot of people are just wanting a PlayStation Vita for remote play, and this is pretty much the way to do that, so that you can use the L and R triggers as well as L3, R3. It's got adapters for all of that, and it makes it very comfortable to hold your PlayStation Vita. So I got that whole bundle with everything for what you would expect to pay for just the remote play assist attachment. So very good deal, totally unexpected. I thought I was just getting a good deal. It turned out to be an exceptional deal. So be mindful of that. If you're looking for a PlayStation Vita, maybe keep an eye out for what accessories are included. You never know what you might get. All right, so moving on to the Nintendo Switch, one of my Joy-Cons stopped working. I opened it up to try to repair it, and it turns out the one button that was malfunctioning, the home button, is not very easily serviceable. So I had to get a new Joy-Con, and somebody recommended this one to me, the Fortnite Joy-Cons, because these actually come with a Fortnite code, and since I don't play Fortnite, I can sell that code online to subsidize the cost. And of course, as you guys know, I got my Switch Ludes collection going. Krolko Block Knockers came in the mail. I haven't opened that one yet, but I'm looking forward to trying it out and comparing the differences between the digital version and the physical version. The physical version is going to have a few extras. And then one of you recommended this visual novel, the Day One edition. Now this actually comes with a code for a little 8-bit mini game to play. It's kind of a little fun little extra. I've seen this on clearance at several different places for the PEGI version. Now, unfortunately, the North American version, the ESRB rated version, is a little bit more expensive. I don't think they printed quite so many copies of this one, but they are region free, so it doesn't matter either way. You can pick up the PEGI version if you're looking to save some money. And then someone recommended this one to me for my Lude collection as well. This is Super Real Mahjong Love 2 through 7. Now this is a Japanese release, but it includes a whole bunch of retro Lude Mahjong games, like from the Sharp 68,000. I love retro games like this, and this comes with all of them packed in one game card. So super cool Switch release that I didn't even know existed, like I said, until one of you mentioned this. I picked this one up at Play Asia. Next, Iffys Online store had a restock, so I picked these up. Azur Lane is supposed to have, the Switch version has a few extras that the PlayStation 4 version doesn't have. Neptunia V2, this one also restocked. So both of these I paid MSRP for. I think this is a $40 game, this one's $50, but it actually ended up being an even better deal when you consider that Iffys Online store gave me free shipping and it included the trading cards. Now these trading cards are worth, $20 to $30 on eBay. So really, if you're not into the trading cards, you could just sell these and end up with a huge discount on a couple of great games. So this was a restock. I think they might be sold out now, but just keep your eyes out for any sales on Iffys Online store because they always include these trading cards, and these can be at a significant discount off the price of your game. Moving on to the PlayStation 4, I picked up Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4. Now I wanted to get these on the PlayStation 4 because obviously I have 1 and 2 on the PlayStation Vita, and I just kind of want to continue that journey through the series on the PlayStation 4 so that it's all on my one PSN profile. I could look at the trophies and track my progress in all 4 games. Now these games can be found cheaper on the Nintendo Switch because the Nintendo Switch versions are more recent, and they probably have a higher print count because the Nintendo Switch is so popular. Unfortunately, one of the sellers sent me the Nintendo Switch version of Part 3, so I had to send that one back for exchange. So I've got that one coming in the mail still. I also got this back button attachment for the DualShock 4. This was on clearance for 15 bucks. Keep an eye out for these. I think these are going to be worth something just because of the short amount of time that these were available for during the PlayStation 4's life cycle. And then finally for Xbox, I picked up The Evil Within 2. This was only like $7, and this recently has been patched with FPS boost, so it has increased frame rates and just nicer looking all around. But I found out why this one went on clearance when it eventually came to Game Pass 1 week later. But it's still nice to own the physical version. I'll probably just keep this one sealed for a while, at least now that it's on Game Pass I can play it there. Then I got World of Final Fantasy Maxima. I got this one at Best Buy for $7 or $8. I just needed to add some extra things to my cart to get free shipping, and this seemed like a pretty good deal. But the main thing I was getting at Best Buy that day is the Bayonetta and Vanquish bundle pack. And this comes with a steelbook. This one was either $14 or $15, I can't remember which, but still a great deal. Now, of course, I own both of these games on the 360, and with backwards compatibility, of course, I can play either of those games on my Series X, but these are like the Series X, or the Xbox One X enhanced versions, and so they look a little bit nicer than playing the 360 versions. And they have their own unique achievement sets. So I can get all the achievements on the 360 version, and then these if I feel like playing them twice. Anyway, so that's all stuff I picked up last month. I hope you found a few little tips in there, especially keep in mind the Iffys Online store. If you ever order from there, remember that they have those trading cards. Those are worth something. And then, yeah, always be on the lookout for little extras that come with stuff like the Fortnite codes and stuff like that. But let me know if you guys picked up anything interesting lately. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.